South Dorset Ridgeway, Saxon times.
How hard is it to actually live like here? Because for us, it's actually not that difficult. We have everything we would need.
We have nothing unless we'd get it and do it ourselves. You want food? You must grow it. You want to eat? You must hunt. If you don't, you starve. The bread you have to make. You understand how to make bread?
I've never actually made bread. Is it a difficult process?
Would you like to see? We have to take the crop, we have to plant it, tend it in the fields. Then we pray to the gods that it will ripen. When it ripens in the autumn, we would then cut it and bring the grain to the village where we thresh it. The stalks we use in the roof to repair our buildings. The grain we store in pits, and then we grind it by hand to produce the flour to make the breads. So, you want to learn more about life? Let me take you to our grain house where I'll teach you to make flour, and then later we'll take you to a place of honour where we bury our Saxon warriors. So, let's come in here and I'll show you how we make it into flour. Mind your head, it's a very low door. So gentlemen, we fetch the grain in these pots. Be careful you don't use one with a face on it. That's the one we use to relieve ourselves in a building. We don't want you peeing in a pot full of grain because it won't taste very nice. So, a dry pot, clay pot with grain, and then we take the grain in here. You see these stones? These are called querns. We have several different types, depending on whether you're a child or an adult. And people in here would be working all day, not just 5 or 10 minutes. It's hard work, it's back-breaking work, but women seem best suited to this because they have strong arms, strong knees, strong necks.
What do you want us to do?
I want you to turn this into flour. You have a pinch of grain onto the stone, then you take the grindstone, one hand on here, another hand on top, and then twist from side to side. There you go. Show me what you think.
It's actually quite hard.
How much flour have you made?
Like none.
A pinch.
Yeah.
Going to be in here a long time, aren't you? This is a saucer quern. They're not that productive. We have a different one over here, which you might find easier to use. This is what we call our rotary quern. It's a stone wheel with a peg on it, and then another stone wheel on top. There's a hole in here. You pour the grain in, and then we take the handle and we turn it.
How do you live in these roundhouses, and how hard would it be?
The grain feeds down from the hole. Well, it's very comfortable. We have beds that you're sitting on. We have a sealed floor with chalk. The walls are daubed. We have a thatched roof. The smoke and the heat from the fire warm the building. We even have a bed over there to sleep on. That will be the leader of the house. That's me, not you. You'd sleep on the floor. But don't worry, it's dry and warm. We eat 3 times a day. We cook our meals on this fire. We're well fed. We will have bread every day. If our hunting is good, we will have fresh meat. We would grow wheat. We would grow barley. We would gather natural products from the hedgerows and from the trees, nuts, berries, fruits. The animals that we keep, we would farm. We wouldn't necessarily eat them until they were no longer producing milk, but we would go out and hunt. And all of that food is brought back to the village. And to keep it fresh, we would slaughter the animals and hang the fresh meat from the ceiling, where the smoke from the fire rising in the heat would cure it and keep it and preserve it for a longer time.
You always do hard work around here. Do you actually do anything for fun?
You think we have time for fun? My idea of fun is resting on that bed and sleeping.
Do you have any kind of books or films or something?
Well, we have tales that we tell around the fire. We have musicians who would play ballads and would sing the history of our people. We would tell stories of battles long ago. And we all have dreams about where we'd like to be. So yes, we entertain ourselves in houses just like this, or in bigger ones where the entire village would come and sit down.
Leifric, you talked about dreams. Do you have any dreams of your own?
I have hundreds of dreams, mainly to do with not having to work so hard. To be a king one day, own my own land, work for no one, but have people like you working for me. But until that day, I must work hard. Right, gentlemen, mind your step and follow me out of this building. We're now on our way to Maidan. So, gentlemen, I hope you've got your boots on. We're going to be walking, because it's the only way us Saxons have to get around. I'm too poor to own a horse, and the rest of them are out there being used to plough the fields. So I hope you're up for this travel. It's only a couple of miles. It should take you about 2 hours.
Could you please lead the way then, Leifric?
You did bring food with you, right? No. No?